You've been there, haven't you? That gut-wrenching moment when something you deeply believed in, something that gave your life shape and purpose, just evaporates. Maybe it was a relationship, a career, a cause, or even just a long-held dream. The world suddenly feels flatter, quieter, less vibrant. It's a kind of pain that isn't physical, but it's undeniably real. It feels like you've lost something tangible, something that was there. But if meaning is something we create, something we project onto the world, why does its absence feel so much like a loss of objective reality? Why does it feel so real when we lose something we theoretically made up ourselves? This question strikes at the core of human experience. We're told, often by philosophers or self-help gurus, that meaning isn't inherent in the universe. The cosmos doesn't care about your job, your love life, or your moral code. Trees don't have opinions on justice, and stars aren't judging your choices. So, if we're the ones doing all the heavy lifting, constructing narratives, assigning value, deciding what matters, then why, when those constructions crumble, does it feel like a piece of the world itself has been torn away? Why isn't it just a simple intellectual adjustment? To understand this, we need to dive into how our brains actually process meaning. It's not just an abstract thought. It's deeply wired into our neural architecture. When you find meaning in something, say your passion for art, your brain isn't just filing "art is important" in a dusty cabinet. It's building intricate neural pathways, connecting different regions associated with emotion, memory, reward, and even future planning. These connections aren't ephemeral. They're physical structures, strengthened by every moment you engage with that meaning. Neuroscience shows us that our brains are constantly seeking patterns, making predictions, and weaving coherent narratives. This sense-making isn't a luxury, it's a fundamental survival mechanism. A world without meaning is a world without predictable patterns, without purpose, without a reason to act or plan. From an evolutionary perspective, our ancestors who could find meaning in the hunt, in tribal rituals, in the changing seasons, were more likely to survive and pass on their genes. Meaning, in this sense, is deeply intertwined with our drive to live. Think of your life as a giant jigsaw puzzle. Every belief, every value, every relationship, every aspiration you hold dear is a piece. When you find meaning in something, you're not just adding a piece, you're connecting it to other pieces, forming larger coherent sections. Your identity, your sense of self, is built from these interconnected meanings. I am an artist. I am a good parent. I believe in justice. These aren't just phrases. They are intricate frameworks, supported by countless other pieces of meaning. When a significant source of meaning disappears, it's not like removing a single isolated puzzle piece. It's more like severing a major root system of that tree. The entire structure feels unstable. This isn't just a metaphor. Studies on grief and existential crises show real changes in brain activity, mirroring physical pain and trauma. The brain, accustomed to these established pathways and connections, suddenly finds itself without a guide, without a robust framework for understanding and interacting with the world. It's a literal disorientation. This is why the loss of meaning can feel so much like the loss of light. When the why is gone, the what and how can feel pointless. Imagine trying to navigate a familiar city street, but all the streetlights suddenly go out in a crucial section. You know the street is still there, the buildings are still there, but your ability to move through it purposefully, to find your way, is profoundly diminished. The objective reality hasn't changed, but your experience of that reality has been fundamentally altered. History is littered with examples of entire societies grappling with this. Think of the collapse of grand narratives, the fall of empires, the disillusionment after a failed revolution, or the shattering of a dominant ideology. When a collective meaning structure disappears, it plunges whole populations into uncertainty, searching for new anchors. People don't just shrug it off, they experience profound anomie, a sense of normlessness and disconnectedness, precisely because the shared constructed meaning that gave their lives context has been destroyed. And this brings us to identity. We define ourselves by what we find meaningful. I am a musician because music gives my life purpose. I am a parent because raising my children is my highest value. When that music career ends, or your children leave home, or that core value is challenged, it's not just a loss of an activity, it's a direct assault on who you understand yourself to be. The self, a product of these interwoven meanings, feels like it's dissolving. You look in the mirror, and the person you thought you were suddenly seems unfamiliar. This sense of unrealness or emptiness isn't just psychological, it's biological. Our brains crave coherence, they seek connection. They want to integrate experiences into a unified whole. When a significant source of meaning is lost, it creates a void, an unfillable space where those strong neural connections once were. It's like a spider web where a large section has been torn away. The rest of the web is still there, but it's less functional, more vulnerable, and doesn't quite make sense as a whole anymore. Without meaning, the future itself becomes blurry. Our goals, our aspirations, our very motivation to get out of bed in the morning are fueled by the meaning we attach to them. If you believe your work is deeply meaningful, you'll endure hardship for it. If you lose that belief, the hardship feels unbearable, and the future seems directionless. This isn't just a mental block. It's a deep-seated loss of predictive power, a vital function of the brain that helps us navigate time and make decisions. The physical manifestations of this loss are profound. Chronic stress, anxiety, depression, these aren't just feelings. They are physiological states impacting hormone levels, sleep patterns, even immune function. Your body, in essence, is responding to the perceived threat of a meaningless existence, as if it were a physical danger. Because to our ancient brain, a loss of purpose is a threat to survival. It's a signal that resources are scarce, that connection is lost, that the future is uncertain. So, here's the twist. While meaning might be something we create, the mechanism by which we create and internalize it is anything but arbitrary. Our brains don't differentiate between objective reality and meaningful construction in the way a philosopher might. For the brain, if something has been repeatedly processed, linked to strong emotions, and used to predict and navigate the world, it becomes effectively real. It's integrated into our very operating system. The meaning isn't just a label. It's part of the structure of your perceived reality. Meaning isn't just an add-on. It's a fundamental nutrient for our psychological well-being. When you plant a tree, its roots don't just sit on the surface. They delve deep into the soil, intertwining with the very earth. If those roots are suddenly severed, the tree doesn't just think it's damaged, it is damaged. Its connection to its life source is cut. Similarly, when a source of meaning is lost, it's not merely a conceptual shift, it's a severing of deep psychological roots that nourish our sense of self and purpose. This explains why the pain of losing meaning can feel like a void, an emptiness that nothing seems to fill. It's not just the absence of something good, it's the absence of the very framework that allowed you to experience good in that specific way. It's like staring at a beautiful clear lake and suddenly noticing a dark, stagnant patch right in the center. The lake is still mostly beautiful, but that patch fundamentally alters your perception of its purity and wholeness. The good news, however, is that this capacity to create meaning also means we have the capacity to recreate it. It's a painful, often messy process, like trying to reshape hardened clay. You have to break it down, add water, work it over and over. But the very neural plasticity that allowed you to build those initial meaning structures also allows you to build new ones. It's not about finding the same meaning, which is often impossible, but about cultivating fresh ground for new roots to grow. The feeling of unrealness eventually fades as new meanings begin to take hold. It's a testament to our incredible resilience, our innate drive to make sense of the world, even when the old maps no longer work. We are meaning-making machines, and if one why collapses, our brains, in their relentless pursuit of coherence, will eventually seek out or construct another. The pain is real, the loss is real, but so is the profound human capacity for regeneration. So, when you feel that profound ache of meaninglessness, don't dismiss it as just a feeling or something you made up. Acknowledge its depth, its visceral reality, because that feeling is your brain telling you something fundamental has been disrupted. It's a signal that the intricate web of connections you've built, the very fabric of your perceived reality, needs tending to. It's not just a philosophical quandary, it's a deeply human, deeply biological experience. The paradox, then, is that the very act of creating meaning makes it real for us. It binds us to the world, gives us a sense of purpose, and shapes our identity. And when that binding breaks, when that purpose vanishes, the universe can indeed feel empty, not because it is empty, but because our internal compass, our internal source of light, has dimmed. But just as the universe is constantly expanding and creating new stars, so too can we create new constellations of meaning within ourselves. The true strength isn't in denying the pain of lost meaning, but in understanding its source, honoring its depth, and then slowly, deliberately, beginning the work of weaving a new tapestry. What will you choose to weave into your next meaning? And how will you recognize the profound, undeniable reality of its existence once you do?